Welcome back to NextGen Wheels, your home for the most exciting machines redefining what it means to drive in the modern world. Today we're talking about something that might shake up the American SUV market. Not from Detroit, not from Germany, but straight out of China. These are three vehicles that prove China's car industry isn't just catching up, it's ready to lead. Meet the Rox01, the G700, and the Leopard 7. Three stunning concept SUVs built to rival Tesla, Rivian, and even the most luxurious European giants. Each one brings a mix of bold design, futuristic tech, and shockingly high performance, all wrapped in a package that could redefine how Americans see Chinese cars. Let's dive right in. 1. The Rox01. Minimalist power meets bold design. The first SUV on our list, the Rox01, is a perfect example of where the global EV design language is heading. Simplicity that screams confidence. At first glance, the Rox01 looks like a blend of Scandinavian minimalism and cyberpunk precision. The front fascia is clean and futuristic. A single light bar stretches across the front, interrupted only by the brand badge. The body is sculpted, smooth, and aerodynamic. No unnecessary edges, just pure intent. The Rox01 is built on a dedicated EV platform, giving it perfect proportions. Short overhangs, a wide stance, and a low center of gravity. It looks compact, but it's muscular. You can tell it's engineered not just for city driving, but for stability at high speed. Step inside, and the minimalism continues. The cabin feels like a lounge. Sleek lines, premium materials, and a floating center console. Everything inside the Rox01 has purpose. There are almost no physical buttons. Instead, a massive central touchscreen controls everything from the climate to drive modes. Even the steering wheel has been reimagined. Flattened top and bottom for a sportier grip, with haptic feedback instead of cluttered switches. But here's where it gets exciting. Performance. The Rox01 uses a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup producing nearly 500 horsepower. That's enough to launch this SUV from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. The instant torque from its motors makes acceleration feel effortless. And thanks to its active air suspension, the ride adapts automatically, low and stiff on highways, high and soft off-road. The battery pack delivers an estimated 400 miles of range and supports ultra-fast charging, from 10% to 80% in just 25 minutes. Inside, sound insulation is world-class. You barely hear a whisper even at high speed. It's the kind of refinement you expect from luxury brands like Audi or Mercedes, but at a price point that could undercut them by tens of thousands. If the Rox01 ever lands in the US, it won't just compete, it'll embarrass several big names in the EV game. 2. The G700, China's answer to the ultra-luxury SUV. Next up, we have something that looks straight out of a futuristic sci-fi film, the G700. This SUV takes luxury and tech integration to a new level. Imagine if a Range Rover and a Lucid Air had a baby. That's the G700. From the outside, it's a statement piece. The LED matrix headlights shift patterns dynamically as you approach. The silhouette is bold, upright, and authoritative. Every inch of the G700 feels deliberate, from its flush door handles to its massive 24-inch turbine-style wheels. But step inside and the wow factor really begins. The G700's cabin redefines what luxury feels like in a modern EV. Instead of chasing European tradition, it embraces tech minimalism with warmth, ambient lighting across every surface, a panoramic roof with adjustable tint, and sustainable materials sourced from recycled composites and bamboo fiber. The front dash features a triple display setup: driver info, infotainment, and passenger entertainment, all merged under a single piece of glass. The interface is powered by an AI assistant that learns driving patterns and preferences. You get gesture control, facial recognition for driver profiles, and even biometric start. No button, no key, just presence detection. Under the hood, or rather under the floor, sits a quad-motor setup delivering over 1,000 horsepower. That's hypercar territory in an SUV body. 0 to 60 about 2.9 seconds. Top speed? Electronically limited to maintain battery life, but still well over 150 mm/s. The G700 rides on an adaptive magnetic suspension system that reads the road ahead using LiDAR. Corners feel controlled, yet comfort never fades. It's the kind of drive that makes you forget you're piloting something that weighs nearly 3 tons. Inside, rear passengers get executive class treatment. Reclining seats, 4D audio, built-in massagers, and personal screens. It's not just an SUV, it's a private jet on wheels. And here's the real kicker. The G700's price in China is expected to be less than half of a fully spec'd Tesla Model X Plaid. If this SUV ever made it to America, it could seriously disrupt the high-end luxury EV space. Sorry, the Leopard 7, rugged spirit, electric hard. Last but definitely not least, the Leopard 7. If the Rox01 is sleek and futuristic and the G700 is luxurious and intelligent, then the Leopard 7 is pure adrenaline. It's China's bold attempt to take on off-road legends like the Land Cruiser, Bronco, and Rivian R1S, but with an electric twist. The Leopard 7 is built like a tank, but with the precision of a modern EV. The design screams adventure: squared edges, wide fenders, integrated roof rack, and massive 35-inch off-road tires. It's boxy in all the right ways with a design language that feels both retro and modern. The LED light bar across the roof doubles as a camp light, and its underbody protection looks ready for real-world abuse. Underneath, the Leopard 7 rides on a body-on-frame platform, optimized for electric powertrains. Dual electric motors provide up to 700 horsepower and over 850 lb-ft of torque. That means serious trail capability, and instant torque for climbing even the toughest terrain. Its smart off-road system features terrain mapping, water depth sensors, and AI-based wheel control that can predict slip before it happens. Think of it like off-road autopilot, not just traction control, but active terrain intelligence. Inside, the Leopard 7 mixes toughness with comfort. The materials are durable yet upscale: washable surfaces, aluminum switches, and heavy-duty floor mats. The infotainment screen is massive, angled toward the driver with built-in satellite connectivity for when you're miles off-grid. There's also a built-in drone pad. Yes, it can deploy and charge a compact scouting drone to map your route ahead. Range comes in at around 350 miles, with solar trickle charging on the roof for backup energy. It's not just about electric efficiency, it's about freedom. The Leopard 7 is built for people who want to go off the map without leaving a carbon footprint. If it ever arrived in the US, it could be the first EV to truly bridge adventure and sustainability. A vehicle that makes electric off-roading not just possible, but exciting. Why these SUVs matter. Now you might be wondering, what's the bigger picture here? These 3 SUVs, the Rox01, the G700, and the Leopard 7, represent something massive. China's leap from fast follower to fearless innovator. For years, Chinese automakers were seen as copycats, but that era is ending fast. Today, they're building cars that push boundaries in range, design, and performance. They're blending style with smart engineering, and doing it at prices that make American and European brands nervous. If these models, or even their toned-down production versions, ever hit US roads, they'd force a serious rethink in how we define value in the SUV world. Electric power, autonomous intelligence, and design confidence are no longer exclusive to the West. China's new generation of automakers is showing that innovation doesn't have a single home anymore. And that wraps up our look at 3 incredible concept SUVs from China that could shock the American market: the Rox01, the G700, and the Leopard 7. Each one has its own personality: sleek, luxurious, or rugged, but they all share one message loud and clear. The future of SUVs is global, and it's coming fast. Thanks for watching NextGen Wheels, where we bring you the cars of tomorrow, today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insane car content coming your way.